So now Chart Raiders is about to release its first version. We're like September, October, starting to talk about release dates. It's like August, September. It's like August, September. We started talking about release dates and we always accounted for bug testing, but we never knew how severe the bug testing was going to be. We had gone through days where we would find 200 bugs a day. So what was supposed to be a 2 to 3 week bug test period ended up becoming 20 to 30 people bug testing this thing all day long, us running automated scripts, doing 10,000 polls a day to find issues with this code to constantly be fixed with bugs. We had we have like 100 to 200 fixes per day that we went through for like 4 months straight to make this thing work properly. So we have combed the hell out of this thing, and it still has bugs, but that's why we have alphas. But there was a long process of, okay, well, we're going to release it in November. November gets kicked to December. There was more bugs found. December gets kicked to January. And now, today is Christmas Day and we're talking about releasing in a few weeks, and, fingers crossed. I think we're pretty much there at this point, but there was kind of this thing and another nice learning curve for us with bugs and how to tackle bug development with Chart Raiders. How do we release things and how do we actually make sure the quality is there? And, you can't rush this stuff, because if you have one shot at this and if you're going to release a product riddled with bugs, you're going to end up becoming just like everybody else did in the industry and just fade away before you even make your mark. So, we had to push out timelines a bit, but now we're, getting into late 2025 and we're prepping for launch. And so this brings us to the end of our journey. It is Christmas Day today, 2025. We are launching Chart Raiders in about a month here. We've got a week or two window either way that we could release it early, late. We just want to make sure everything is perfect, because for us, it's been a 5-year journey. For our community, they just, they don't get to see all the behind the scenes. And we have our next 2 years of development planned out. I have a book that I wrote for Chart Raiders, and we have multiple books coming out. We have development for the next six months planned out, week by week by week, what every feature is coming and when the deliverables are due by. And then we break it out into to month by month and then year by year. So, starting June of 2026, we have, here's what we want to accomplish for the month. July, here's what we want to accomplish for the month. But right now we're operating in a week by week and sometimes day to day schedule. We're releasing this content. And we have the next few years planned out. So the things that are going to be coming in the next few years are everything from like esports, collaborations, new game modes, and expansion of the actual software, new features, raids, bounties. There's a whole list of things that we have coming out. And, the first big one is our Chart Raiders release, which is 2026. So January 2026. So we've done 5 years of development now on Chart Raiders, are happy to be releasing it. And it's going to be interesting to see what happens in 1 year when we do our Journey of 2026 video, because we're starting tradition with Chart Raiders, where once a year, we're going to come back and talk about the previous year's journey. And this one kind of encapsulates a nice block of time from the beginning to launch and what it really looks like to develop something of this scale as one person, because, I started this journey as one person back in 2021, which was, came off a career that was never supposed to exist. Just by fluke, I became a YouTuber. By fluke, I ended up making this game, but then I devoted 5 years of my life to it. And, we're about to release. And I just, I guess if I had to say something to people out there is that if you're going to go and make yourself a software company like I have, it's 99% of the world that fails. And the stories that I told you in this past hour of talking about all of our journey, those stories are what stop the 99% of people. And it's the 1% of us that make it. And if you keep pushing, you absolutely can do it. And please use my story as inspiration and all the hard work I did. I was swinging a kettlebell while I was loading assets. I was jumping up and down doing jumping jacks while I was rendering files out. I was sleeping for 4 hours a night, working for 18 hours a day, and having a few hours to myself for my kids. I gave up everything for Chart Raiders and just realized that if you keep pushing, your dreams can come true. And, I hope Chart Raiders launches without a hitch, has a successful future and journey, and just please never give up on your dreams, because I am living proof that somebody who was born in a poor area of the world use their brain and their mind to do the impossible and to make something that would change the world and hopefully clean up day trading forever. So if you have a dream, follow it and use this story as your inspiration.